He is known for being a leading transcendentalist and a philosopher. He is recognized for his book Walden, a reflection on simple living in natural surroundings, and his essay, Civil Disobedience. His name is Henry David Thoreau. In the quiet town of Concord, Massachusetts, a man named Henry David Thoreau emerged as a prominent figure in American literature and philosophy. With his deep reverence for nature and his unwavering belief in individual freedom, Thoreau's legacy would leave an indelible mark on the world. Thoreau's writings, including his renowned book Walden, captured the essence of simple living in harmony with nature. He sought a life of self-reliance and self-discovery, retreating to a small cabin by the serene Walden Pond. It was here that he immersed himself in the beauty of the natural world, observing its intricacies and finding solace in its quietude. But Thoreau's philosophy extended far beyond his love for nature. He was a staunch advocate for civil disobedience, believing that individuals had the moral duty to resist unjust laws and government oppression. In his influential essay, Civil Disobedience, he famously stated that government is best which governs least, emphasizing the importance of limited government interference in the lives of its citizens. Thoreau's ideas on civil disobedience resonated with many, inspiring figures such as Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. His belief in the power of individual action and nonviolent resistance would spark social and political movements for generations to come. Henry David Thoreau, the philosopher, poet, and naturalist, left an enduring legacy. His writings continue to inspire those who seek a deeper connection with nature and a more just society. Thoreau's message of living deliberately, questioning authority, and embracing simplicity remains as relevant today as it was in his time, reminding us to reflect on our own lives and the impact we can have on the world around us. Henry David Thoreau, born David Henry Thoreau, grew up in Concord, Massachusetts, in the early 19th century. He came from a simple New England family, with a father who made pencils and a mother who was descended from French Protestants. Thoreau had two older siblings, Helen and John Jr., and a younger sister named Sophia. Unfortunately, tragedy struck the family as Helen and John Jr. both passed away at young ages, Helen from tuberculosis and John Jr. from tetanus. Thoreau's love for learning led him to study at Harvard College from 1833 to 1837. During his time at Harvard, he immersed himself in various subjects such as rhetoric, classics, philosophy, mathematics, and science. He even became a member of the prestigious Institute of 1770. However, Thoreau's independent spirit shone through when he famously refused to pay the $5 fee for a Harvard master's diploma. He believed that the value of education should not be measured by money and quipped, "Let every sheep keep its own skin," highlighting the absurdity of using money as a measure of intellectual worth. After completing his studies, Thoreau embarked on a journey of self-discovery and philosophical exploration. He found solace and inspiration in the natural world, spending his days observing and contemplating the beauty of his surroundings. Thoreau's deep connection with nature would become a central theme in his philosophy. Thoreau's birthplace in Concord still stands today on Virginia Road, a testament to his enduring legacy. The house has been lovingly restored by the Thoreau Farm Trust and is now open to the public, allowing visitors to step into the world of this remarkable thinker. Henry David Thoreau, a philosopher of nature and its relation to the human condition, embarked on a journey of self-discovery and intellectual exploration. After graduating from college in 1837, Thoreau found himself disinterested in the traditional professions and instead sought alternative paths. He briefly joined the faculty of the Concord Public School but resigned shortly after, unwilling to administer corporal punishment. It was during this time that Thoreau met Ralph Waldo Emerson, a prominent figure in the literary and philosophical circles of Concord. Emerson took Thoreau under his wing, introducing him to other influential thinkers of the time, such as Ellery Channing, Margaret Fuller, and Nathaniel Hawthorne. Encouraged by Emerson, Thoreau began contributing essays and poems to the Dial, a quarterly periodical that showcased his writings. Thoreau's philosophical beliefs aligned with Transcendentalism, a movement that emphasized the spiritual and intuitive understanding of nature. He believed that nature was a reflection of the human spirit and that one could attain profound insights through personal intuition rather than religious doctrine. Thoreau's deep connection with nature and his exploration of its relation to the human condition became the foundation of his philosophy. In 1841, Thoreau moved in with the Emersons, serving as a tutor for their children while also assisting with various tasks around the house. During this time, he continued to write and seek opportunities for publication. Thoreau's restless spirit led him to briefly reside on Staten Island, where he tutored a family while trying to establish connections in the literary world. Returning to Concord, Thoreau found employment at his family's pencil factory. He revolutionized the production process by using clay as a binder for graphite, creating high-quality pencils. This innovation allowed Thoreau to continue his writing endeavors while supporting himself financially. However, Thoreau's journey was not without its setbacks. In 1843, he accidentally started a fire that consumed a significant portion of Walden Woods. Despite this setback, Thoreau's commitment to his philosophy and his exploration of the natural world remained unwavering. Henry David Thoreau, known for his philosophy of civil disobedience and his years spent living in solitude at Walden Pond, embarked on a transformative journey in the mid-19th century. Thoreau's friend, Ellery Channing, urged him to venture out into nature, saying, "Go out upon that, build yourself a hut, and there begin the grand process of devouring yourself alive. I see no other alternative, no other hope for you." Inspired by Channing's words, Thoreau decided to retreat to a small house he built on land owned by his mentor, Ralph Waldo Emerson, near Walden Pond. This was in 1845, and for the next 2 years, Thoreau immersed himself in the simplicity of living off the land. He wrote about his experiences in his renowned book, Walden, or Life in the Woods. During his time at Walden Pond, Thoreau encountered a pivotal moment when he refused to pay 6 years of delinquent poll taxes. He opposed the Mexican-American War and slavery, and this act of civil disobedience led to his overnight stay in jail. Thoreau's resistance to government authority fueled his passion for individual rights and duties. In 1848, he delivered lectures on the rights and duties of the individual in relation to government, further exploring his beliefs. Thoreau's commitment to resistance and personal freedom culminated in his essay, Resistance to Civil Government, published in 1849. Drawing inspiration from Percy Shelley's The Mask of Anarchy, Thoreau envisioned a new form of social action that challenged unjust forms of authority. His writings and lectures on these topics left a lasting impact on society. Throughout his time at Walden Pond, Thoreau also found solace in nature and literature. He completed a draft of his book, A Week on the Concord and Merrimack Rivers, which commemorated a trip he took with his late brother. Despite struggling to find a publisher, Thoreau self-published the book, emphasizing the importance of self-reliance and the pursuit of personal truth. Thoreau's time at Walden Pond ended in 1847, but the impact of his experiences and writings lived on. In 1854, he published Walden, or Life in the Woods, a memoir and spiritual quest that explored the themes of simplicity, harmony, and beauty in nature. Although initially met with limited acclaim, Walden has since become a revered American classic. Thoreau's philosophy of civil disobedience and his embrace of simple living continue to resonate today. His writings inspire us to question societal norms, stand up for our beliefs, and find meaning in the natural world. As the American poet Robert Frost once said of Thoreau, in one book, he surpasses everything we have had in America. Thoreau's legacy reminds us of the power of individual action and the importance of living authentically, even in the face of societal pressures.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.